Over the past weeks, while I have been breeding up a whole bunch of cows, spreading them out, getting as much skulk spread out as possible, I was wondering and asking myself, isn't there an easier way on doing this? And obviously, 100% there is. I make a farm for skulk, I farm it, and then I just place it down myself. Probably not going to make that farm today, but I at least want to find some things to help me out with that. And one of the big things is, of course, going to be a mob spawner. And we do have some at spawn, but that's sort of like the community mob spawner XP whatever thing. I want to find one that's like nearby that I could use and that I can like transform into a skulk farm. Only thing is, where does one find one that's just like sitting around? That is the question of the day, and that is something I'm gonna have to answer. Where did you come from? Why? Oh, yeah. Darkness coming from non-darkness places. Okay, that makes sense. But maybe we could find a mob spawner that's just sitting around somewhere, and then at least mark it, and then come back to it another day after we have a farm found or made or designed or something like that. Where beeth a cave that I can use? I want to be close. I want it to be like within arm's reach. I swear at some point I found a cave like, wait, is that it? Here it is. Okay, here's the cave, or a cave, and hopefully this said cave has what I'm looking for. You don't really see people go excavating through caves this late inside of a Let's Play, but I guess I am bucking that trend, even though like I buck the trend pretty much every single season, just because I like being inside of caves. Oh, hey, wasn't expecting this, but hey, this is definitely what we were. Well, actually, this is kind of what we were expecting. Not exactly, but kind of. We at least know for a guarantee that there's going to be one. There's got to be one spawner somewhere around here. Oh, and it is literally, like, right around the corner. But that's perfect. This is 100% perfect. Okay, we have the spawner. We just got to figure out the farm, which I kind of don't want to worry about right now. 2 seconds, guys. Just let me get my thoughts together before you start blowing me up. And surface, there it is. And I literally had no idea we were literally like right beneath the sun, which is awesome. And I might not have to build this up because DJ, friend of mine, did ask me to gather up a whole bunch of wood for him for a project of his, and I think if I am able to really just outperform his needs, maybe he can potentially help me out in return by figuring out this skulk farm. Maybe. I'm not gonna press him on it because obviously, like, a skulk farm's a kind of a complicated thing to do. But if I at least have that leverage, I could at least feel a little less guilty on my end. And I'm gonna feel such a small level of guilt because he needs a whole bunch of different type of wood types. And when I say a whole bunch, I mean like literally every single kind. And my goal is to try getting a shulker box of each kind of wood. I say that's a goal because there is literally 12 different types of wood type in total, meaning how many stacks would that be if every shulker box has 27 stacks? 27. That'd be like nearly 300 stacks of wood. Like, that's a bit insane to think about. But if I do that, then the guilt will not be on me, but on DJ's back to hopefully help me with the skulk farm. Alright, these are the 12 shulker boxes, all of which need to be 100% filled, and 2 of which we could actually do pretty much immediately. Considering the fact that I do have to do a lot of shroom gathering, and considering the fact that there's a lot of wood that comes from that, we should be already covered with the warped and with the crimson woods. And we 100% are. Typically the hardest wood to get in huge quantities is already done, already 100% done. That's cool to think about, but yeah, 2 down, 10 more to go. Oh boy, I'll probably put the filled ones in this chest right now, just so I don't mix things up. And I guess let's keep it up with the easy ones. Let's keep it up with the easy ones, maybe with spruce now. And it's gonna be easy, not only because these trees offer a lot more wood, but also because, again, this add-on is fantastic. We're gonna get spruce done in no time, especially with this. And in literally like 5 minutes we got that done. That's perfect. That is perfect. It also took a reasonably short space of time to gather up all the dark oak, all the pale oak, and including all the jungle wood. And with that, we are already halfway done getting all the wood we need. This is turning out to be something that's really, really easy, but the easiness is probably going to end now because we're going to have to move on to all the other wood types, it's not so quite I don't know, 2x2-ish. Stuff like all the oak and all the birch and all the other ones, and I am not looking forward to the mangrove, but I guess since oak is right here, we might as well focus in on that one now. Oak and birch, actually, like those two are pretty similar, at least when it comes to like the shape of the trees and how they actually grow and things like that. So these two, next main focus. I got no idea whose forest this is, but I'll be replanting it as I go. But I think it's K-Flips, but I'm sure you won't mind. I see no, I don't know, gravesite next to a tree or anything like that, so this should be fine. This should be fine. And that's pretty much all the main trees in the area, and oh boy, this is, going around chopping down trees one by one is not the way to go forward with this this entire plan and this entire project. It's actually way more efficient to stay in one place, growing up a tree, chopping it down, and then doing it over and over and over again. It demands more resources with the bone meal, sure, but honestly, let me just show you something. This whole shroomlight farm has been not only a great way on getting all the shroomlights for the sun, but is also a fantastic way on getting so much bone meal. Like, seriously, so much bone meal. I have literally had to just give it away to as many people as possible. I've started selling it in the crispy corner. I have so much bone meal that I literally have no idea what to do with it. So I guess doing it this way is like, it's a great opportunity to finally loosen the strain on my chests and things like that. Doesn't mean it's any less time consuming though. But even with that, even though we can't do it like 2x2 trees, it's still fun the fact that we can grow like oak trees literally right next to each other. Like we got that one right there, and then we got this one like right over. Why did you not grow? I mean, seriously, dude, you had one job. And why did you grow? Seriously, you didn't need to be out. Bottom line is, you could grow trees right next to each other, at least when they're oak, and you could actually chop them down all in one swoop with this one add-on. So, we chop this one down, and all that comes tumbling down. Oh, that is so satisfying. That is so unbelievably satisfying. Only thing is, it doesn't work, obviously, if you have those log branches or something like that. But when you don't have them, then man, oh man, make the most of it while you can. I mean, seriously. And sure, it'll take a little bit longer than the other woods we've been grinding up so far, but still, it was only about 15 or so minutes. Nothing too bad. And birch should be, at least to an extent, something similar. Fortunately enough, this wasn't like too incredibly long. It only took about 20 minutes for the birch. But now we have two different types of wood types, which could be a little harder to get in bulk, but nothing too incredibly hard. And that's of course going to be the acacia and the cherry. And I say it could be harder just because of the weird shape of the trees. Like, I don't know if you get more wood or less wood. I feel like you get a little bit more wood compared to, like, say, like birch or something like that. Only thing is, I can't really grow a whole bunch of them right next to each other. But that's fine. That's just one little hiccup in this entire plan. I think I might have found a perfect workaround, though. Place down a ton of saplings at once, and then pretty much like a conveyor belt, grow it and break it down. Grow it, break it down. Grow it, break it down, and on and on and on. Like, it's efficient enough, and it's getting me the job done, like, at least in a relatively good pace. And after about half an hour of tree grinding, we have all the acacia we need, and we just barely don't have all the cherry we need because we ran out of bone meal. Like, we're 100% out of bone meal. I think apart from, like, a small little bit at the very bottom of this farm, we are 1,000% out of bone meal, so only real thing we could do right now is get back to my my shroomlight slash bone meal farm in a way. And I guess this is an opportunity to show you, I guess, just exactly how I go about grinding out a whole bunch of shroomlights and things like that. So I grab all these, and then I get this here, then this here, and this here, and then you're never gonna imagine what I do. I grow it, and then I cut it down. Whoa! That is groundbreaking. More like tree breaking, but you get the point. Never in human history has anyone ever done something like that to a tree farm. Only thing is, sometimes when I grind out like really quickly, it kind of clogs up the entire system because the collection system, while it is relatively fast, it's it's nowhere near fast enough. It is far, far from fast enough, but it is going to do the job in getting me the bone meal I need to finish up the cherry. And after nearly 4 stacks of fungus, we got a fair decent amount of bone meal, with, from the sounds of things, much more coming in. And on top of that, a good few stacks of shroom lice too. And all of that ends up with these 2 types of wood types fully and completely done. Meaning all we have left is the 2 really fun and really time-consuming ones. The bamboo and the mangrove. Mangrove because those stupid roots can't get destroyed as easily. In bamboo, you need like 9 separate bamboo in order to make like 1 single log. So yeah, that whole process is gonna be kind of time consuming. But something that's gonna be hopefully less time consuming is the fact that DJ actually said that he left something out of his mega base for me. Which if he did, fantastic. That's really nice for him to do. But also, if he did, then I don't know how much leverage I have with all the wood I have. He is unleveraging my leverage, unknowingly, probably. Oh my goodness. He has been a busy boy since I've been here last. Oh my. Ooh. He's definitely been a busy boy. What is he up to? Is he draining this entire thing? Yeah, he's draining this entire thing. Hello, my good sir. Hello. That way. Okay. Will do. Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? Yo. And it's not even my birthday yet. It is tomorrow as of recording this, but you know what? Early birthday presents are still fantastic birthday presents. Oh no, and he's even letting me use his farm more. That's so incredibly nice. Almost too nice, because now all the wood I have is it going to be enough for him to make my farm? It probably is, but, like, maybe I'm just overthinking this. Well, either way, we'll leave that there, and we'll actually, I guess, get to work on gathering the last of the bits of wood. Lag is so apparent today, isn't it? And I think I want to start off with the bamboo, and I could just, like, make a farm and, like, grow them over and over again, or I could just go over here and just shear off this entire bamboo forest, apart from like the bottom the bottom stalk, so they could actually grow back. And then I maybe AFK here for just a little bit to let them grow back, or something like that, And if Ch3 S has taught me anything, it's the fact that getting a whole bunch of bamboo wood actually is, it's time consuming, but it's nothing too impossible. Especially when you know what you're doing. Do I know what I'm doing? No. But I'm gonna have a good time doing it anyways. But after a lot of grinding through this bamboo forest, we have everything we need for the bamboo wood, which means all we have left is our good friend, mangrove. Oh, mangrove. I seriously, I hate gathering mangrove. Like, I sucked it up for my starter house, but every other time I've had to build up with mangrove. Man, especially in bulk quantities, it's no fun. It's no fun. It's gonna make it easier with the add-on again, but it's still not gonna be easy. I can't say. But you know what? Enough complaining about this. Let's just suck it up and get to work. None of this process I'm expecting is gonna be easy, but there's no point in complaining. We need to do it. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep complaining a little bit. It's been a full day of me just doing nothing but grinding out mangrove, a full Minecraft day, and I only have, like, what, like 4 and a bit stacks? Oh. Why do you have to be so difficult, mangrove? Why do you have to be like this? Why can't we be friends? Well, despite my issues with gathering the mangrove wood, I still went about doing it as much as I can over the course of a couple hours. And okay, might have taken a little longer than a couple hours, but it doesn't matter too much because we have all the wood we need for every single type of wood type for DJ. Most of which pretty easy, but some of which obviously could have been easier. But anyways, let's grab all this and let's take this over to his base. His very big and very impressive base with a lot of water that's going to be needing to be cleared out. Which who knows, I might be able to help pitch in here or there, maybe. We'll see, because yeah, there's a lot. And I know he's pitched in for things like that for me in the past. Also because I still don't know how to make a skulk farm, and I think he would probably know how to figure it out better than me. But anyways, besides that, all this wood is going right into DJ's pocket, and all this wood is hopefully going to be what I need for DJ helping me out. At least I hope so. If not, then I'll just figure it out myself. It can't be that hard. Right? It's just a skulk farm. It's just having mobs die on a thing and then making the thing turn into the skulk and then collecting this thing with the thing. At least I think one way or the other. But regardless of that, DJ should hopefully like what I gave him, even though, like, Christmas is still not for at least a little bit. But, yeah, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Ow.